Hi there, my name's Phil Binks. I'm from Bodoni, North America, and today I want to very quickly show you how to take colour measurements, spot colour measurements off of a single piece of artwork that's printed where you maybe do not have a colour bar already on the job, and maybe there was too small a colour bar, there was no room for a colour bar, or it just got left off of the piece, or it's not on the piece that you want to measure. Ideally, of course, a colour bar is great to have, but sometimes it's more accurate to use artwork to measure the color. So I'm going to use this sample here. We've got some yellow on the job, we've got obviously some black, there's this light blue color, and there's an area of red as well. So we've got 4 spot colors that we can measure in this sample job, and I'll take you through the process. So let's go straight into pressSIGN and how you set pressSIGN up to do this. So in pressSIGN, we would open up and go to New Job. And in the New Job window, we would type in the job name. So I'll go sample spot brand. We can use whatever target standard we like. The target standard is normally set for CMYK jobs. This job has only got spot colors, but within the target standard of pressSIGN is the scoring system for your spot color. So you might want to have a look into the background of that. You can go there by clicking on those 3 buttons there in the scene. It doesn't matter what press you're using. The next most important thing that we're going to look at is these are the units that you see here across the top. Now at the moment we've got black, cyan, magenta and yellow. We need to replace those with the spot colors that are actually in the job. It's very easy to do. We simply click on the unit. It then tells us that we can select black, cyan, magenta or yellow, or a spot color. So spot color number 1, and this then allows us to allocate the spot color. All of my spot colors are from the PANTONE solid coated library, and the first one is 7548. I can type that in here and click on OK, and you see that it populates this area very quickly and easily. So let's do the second one, and it's spot color number 2, and I can type black here and we use PANTONE black. I'll say OK. The third one, spot color 3, and here we can go for 659, which is the light blue color that we can see here. If I just show you the drop down here, that would show me every color with 659 in it, just for your information. So that's very useful. Anyway, that's the right one. And finally, we want to get that red color, which many of you will recognize is spot color number 4, and it's 485. And I'll click on OK. So all of those 4 spot colors are now allocated to the units. We then need to go for the color bar. If I choose a CMYK color bar, there's nowhere for the colors to reside, so all I get is the paper patches. Paper is already automatically included by default within pressSIGN. But I have a color bar that I've set up for 6 spot colors, and it starts with paper, the yellow, the black, the bluish color and the red color that we see above here. There's 2 extra patches there, but we don't need to worry about those. That's the color bar that we specify that allows us to then measure any part of the printed output. So I'll simply click on create to create the job. The job is now created. I've got a spectrophotometer that is plugged in, and pressSIGN is asking me to zero on the paper density. So I'm already on the substrate, so I'm just going to measure that just to clear this dialog box. And then I'll just come out and click on this color bar button at the top here. So we click that, and that takes us to this window where you can see at the bottom we've got each of our colors, and pressSIGN will ask us to measure each one of those from left to right. You can, however, choose which one you want to measure if you simply go in and click on one of the colours, you'll see it gets a slight orange thing around it, and pressSIGN will confirm for you to measure the black. But I'm going to go back over to the paper colour and we'll measure the paper colour first. So let's measure paper or substrate. And you can see in the inset below, I've actually got the job. I'll try and show you the areas that I'm going to measure. So I'm going to be on the yellowy orange side here. Let's just move that over. You see the spectrophotometer sitting there, and I'll click on that to measure that. That's done that. I can now measure the black. And then the blue. Now the blue is an interesting one because the blue is a very narrow area. You'll see underneath the spectrophotometer that it covers only a small part of that area, but with this spectrophotometer I'm quite confident that it will pick up the colour correctly, even though it's actually quite a little bit smaller than the circular aperture that we're given. So that's measured now, and then we can choose a red. I have a larger piece of red sample on another part of the box packaging, so I'm going to measure that red sample that we can see. And that is all now measured. So we've got all of those colours measured. And what we do in pressSIGN now is we press this calculate button just here. Once I press calculate, pressSIGN will assess all of the colours and give us a score, and you saw the green 100% score come up here. Let's jump over to the summary window, which gives us a bit more information. And the summary window at the very bottom of this screen allows us to see the results of the delta E's, etc. If you need to know more about how to read these color values, I've got a separate video that I'll try and link in the top right hand corner of this screen, so you can quickly go there afterwards and have a look and see how to read the values that we're looking at here. But essentially what we see is that all of the colours are below a delta E of 3, which is set in the target standard. So that's why we've scored a 100% score. pressSIGN will still, however, give you information about how to adjust the density in order to improve the score. So that's what you're also seeing in these values, where it might say -5%. pressSIGN always tries to improve even if you're scoring 100%. So that's one way of reading a set of colours from your job. And if you've got no colour bar, or you're a brand manager and you just want to measure the printed sheet itself in the important areas, pressSIGN makes it very easy to do that. So I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, leave a question in the comments and I'll certainly get back to you, or contact me through any other means that you see related to this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.